Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be a pick a card reading, and we're going to ask the question, what are your past life lessons? Now, just in case, if the lesson seems to be a bit familiar to you, or it's still playing out in this lifetime, then that only means that you still need to overcome this lesson or this challenge, all right? Now, we have here 3 Egyptian brooches that you can choose from. This is for group 1, this is for group number 2, and this is for group number 3. Okay, group number 1, let's put this aside. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective who chose group number 1. You have the Death card, King of Swords, the Tower, Seven of Pentacles, Strength in reverse 2, and you have here 6 of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck, you have here 8 of Swords. Oh my gosh, this is very straightforward. So what I actually heard that for some of you, the past life lesson had something to do with you accepting or acknowledging the fact that this person is no longer in your life. Okay? I actually heard very strongly from Spirit that you lost a loved one in your previous lifetime. And so this Death card is something that is literal, alright, for you guys. Not just an ending of a situation, but it's actually particularly talking about you losing a beloved. And I'm hearing it's a spouse, alright? I heard from Spirit that because of you cannot accept or acknowledge that this person is already gone in your life, you lived your life or the rest of your life feeling really, sad. You even fell into a depression. And I'm hearing that you sacrifice your own happiness just because this person is no longer there right beside you. So that's the lesson. There's something about forgiving yourself. And I'll tell you why. Because of, it's understandable, yes, that you lost a beloved, but you have to love yourself too. You have to look after yourself. You have to nurture your own needs. But what happened was, just because, alright, that this person's no longer right there beside you because of this person's passing, you've suffered a whole lot. You have treated yourself poorly. And again, you sacrifice your own personal happiness. So I'm actually getting here that you got yourself kind of like stuck into your prison with this 8 of Swords. You have confined yourself, and you just basically, eventually died really unhappy. Okay? Wow, I don't know who was that for, but that was so strong. Another lesson that I actually heard had something to do with speaking your truth. Do not be afraid to speak your own truth. And I feel because of this was your past life lesson, you actually suffered the consequences for not speaking the truth. Okay? And I feel that this is part of your regret in your previous lifetime, that I wish I could have said it, or I wish I should have actually told this person the entire truth. There's really something about that. There's something about you holding back from saying something or expressing the truth to someone. Okay? And again, it actually resulted to a painful ending with a death card as well as a tower. It really caused a lot of chaos. It caused a lot of damage, is even what I actually heard, just because of this inability to speak the truth. Actually, I had to pause the video because before I actually, have to discuss this second lesson, I had to pause it because I'm suddenly coughing. And so, yeah, there's really something about the throat chakra. There's really something about communicating and expressing yourself or your truth. So yeah, let's see. Let's try to pull up another set of cards. Four of Air. Yeah, you got your rebirth. Oh my gosh, now you got here the Five of Coins. Man, I just freaking love how everything is matching. See, I told you. Let's go back to the first lesson in a specific lifetime for some of you guys, especially for those who might resonate with you lost a loved one, a beloved, and I'm really picking up it's a spouse, okay? And because of you cannot accept the fact that this person is gone, because this person actually died, you really felt abandoned here with the Five of Coins, because Five of Coins or Five of Pentacles is an abandonment card as well. And because of you can't stand this person leaving you behind, all right? Again, you sacrifice your own happiness. You haven't helped yourself to heal and to deal with this person's passing by acknowledging the fact that, okay, life must go on. But instead of seeing it that way, what you did in your previous lifetime was you have suffered a lot. You have been so hard on yourself. Some of you eventually, like what I said, fell into a deep depression. And that's why I got the rebirth. Because rebirth is actually talking about changes, all right? So there's something about the lesson of being adaptable to some changes. Change is inevitable, right? Change can be scary. But because of this sudden change, no wonder you got the Tower card, because Tower card is talking about sudden changes too, unexpected changes that occurred in your life. But because you were so shaken up by it, and you cannot accept the changes that already happened, you tried to put your life on hold because of this inability to adapt to the changes that occurred in your life. Now, this is also something that's still playing out in this lifetime, not necessarily literally the same type of scenario, then that's it. That is a lesson that you really needed to overcome. Because always remember, guys, life is a lesson. We are all teachers and pupils in this realm, okay? We came here to learn. So yeah, let's try to pull it more. Are you freaking kidding me? I was just talking about we all came here to learn. Life is like a school. We are teachers and students in this realm. Well, yes, yes, yes. You got the student card. I can't believe it. And then he got the pioneer card. All right. So, what I'm also hearing based on these two cards, on top of, again, this is a validation from spirit, all right? The ability to learn, all right? From the lessons of life that you are being, thrown at. So I feel that in your previous lifetime, instead of really adapting to it and learning from it, again, you just basically stop living your life. That's really the energy that I got for a lot of you, okay? And again, it resulted to a very unhappy death. For some of you, what I'm also hearing with this Pioneer card, remember there was this message too in which some of you were kind of like, um, not, I'm hearing like somebody's holding back from speaking their truth, all right? Or even holding back what they're capable of doing, all right? Or what their gifts are. I also got that. But instead of actually, speaking their truth, instead of following their heart, they just decided to be mum about it. They didn't do anything about it until they suffered as well, the consequences, or it caused a lot of damage even. Now, this is quite interesting. With the Pioneer card, it even says here, compulsive need to keep moving on, all right? So there's actually something about, I don't know, I'm gonna take that message about to move on, because I got that earlier, like somebody really needed to learn that lesson. The lesson of adapting to some changes, understanding that maybe, there are some things that are really not temporary, and we have to really deal with it, even though it's really hard. And maybe that's also the reason as to why I heard from Spirit, and they're saying, forgive yourself, okay? Because you were hard on yourself, especially in your previous lifetime. Wow, let's see, what else? Next, you got the magical map shifter. Okay. So I'm hearing a different lesson now just by looking at all of these cards. Somebody watching this pile as well is somebody's very creative. Somebody's kind of like a genius. Yeah. I'm really getting that, especially got the student card and the pioneer card. However, I actually kind of like picked up that you are afraid to show yourself. You are afraid to put your, or showcase your gifts and talents to the world. There's something about that, all right? You have strong powers of innovation, because Pioneer is talking about ideas as well, all right? You have that ability, but unfortunately, because of fear, or because of you don't have any confidence with yourself, you decided not to showcase your talents. You just tried to hide in the shadows. And that's why you got the Five of Coins card over here, because Five of Coins is also talking about lack, all right? You feel as if that you're still lacking when you're actually very abundant, okay? It's just that you're kind of like afraid to show yourself out there. I'm also hearing that there is a lesson around the need to reinvent, all right? The need to reinvent yourself, the need to grow, okay? And not to be stuck in one phase or one chapter of your life. There's really something about that too. Okay, let's pull up another set. You got Celestial, yeah. It says possibility and then connect. Appreciation. in perfect harmony. Oh my gosh, yeah. Again, I'll go back to that message from Spirit. Somebody watching this pile is very, very highly creative. You guys are blessed with a lot of skills and a lot of talents. But then again, you're afraid to show yourself out there. All right? You're afraid to let the world know what you can actually do. There's something about the lack of confidence. There's something about you always see yourself as if you're small, or that maybe you're going to be laughed at or to be judged or criticized. I also got that lesson for someone out there. I'm even picking up that somebody watching this pile is also very spiritual, or most of you, of course, are very spiritual, but I'm kind of like getting a star seed, in which in your previous lifetime, you felt as if that you are different. You felt as if that you can't be understood by the people around you, all right? And again, maybe at that time you weren't really understanding about your gifts, about your talents, so you tried to hide it, okay? There's also something about always craving for validation and acceptance from others. That's another lesson that's coming through. Now again, if this is something that's playing out still in this lifetime, then this is something that you really needed to overcome. Okay? Gosh, there's a lot of lessons all of a sudden as we pull up more cards. Oh my gosh. You got sadness and isolation. So that's 3 of Swords. Yeah, you have here not for you. And then you have doubt. Oh my gosh. This is creepy. I was just talking about that earlier. Remember I said something like somebody watching this pile is highly gifted? Okay? Like, gosh, you're blessed with, you know, so many gifts. You're very talented. Amazing, amazing ideas. Powers of innovation is really what I got. You're kind of like a genius, okay? But you're afraid to showcase your talents. You're afraid to show yourself out there about what you can do. And you even got here this card that says not for you, all right? No, maybe it's not for me. Nope, I can't do it. There's something about that. Like you're always kind of like, again, either putting yourself down. You are dimming your own light is actually what I heard. There's something about dumbing yourself, all right? I really got that. You have a lot of doubt on yourself. But you also felt as if that you're not understood because of you really are different from everybody else. You felt isolated as well. So again, I'm getting that strong message for someone watching this pile who's a star seed. I really got that, okay? And then again, let's go back to that message that I got from Spirit, in which there's something about the lesson of needing to accept that this person is already gone, okay? You were really heartbroken, and you're actually doubting that you will ever love again. That's also what I actually heard. Like, the passing of this spouse from your previous lifetime created a lot of trauma, a lot of negative impact, that some of you decided not to love again, or you decided to close your heart. I also got that. Yeah. Wow. I love what I'm actually hearing. There's so many lessons here. So just take what resonates with you, most especially if you feel as if that this is still playing out in this lifetime. All right, let's pull it more. Yeah, look at that. Wisdom. Truth. Oh my gosh, yeah. You got the Magician card or awareness. Alright, so somebody watching group number 1 is definitely, you know, very spiritual, alright? Whether you are a light worker, starseed, I actually heard that. Strong psychic or healer even, okay? There's something about you dimming your own light, alright? Just because of you got hurt or you felt as if that you're being judged or you're just basically afraid to, again, embrace the truth. There's something about authenticity, okay? And this is something that some of you are probably still going through, or this is a lesson that you still needed to learn. Because your life purpose is to share your knowledge or to share your wisdom to the community, to the people. I feel that this is really something that you're meant to do, okay? To make use of those gifts, your spiritual gifts, to share light towards others. But somebody's not very confident with their powers or with their gifts or abilities. That's why I got the doubt card, okay? And still the same lesson, again, for that specific scenario that I heard from Spirit, in which you cannot accept the truth that this person is already gone, okay, when you lost your spouse. And instead of learning, all right, from this lesson of acceptance or adapting to changes, like what I said, you just basically decided to destroy your life even. That's why there's something about sacrificing your own happiness. When you do have the ability, all right, to embrace a brand new life for yourself, all right, to move forward, to manifest a new beginning. Yeah, you guys are powerful manifestors because you also got the Pioneer card. Very highly creative, very skilled. But there's something about either doubting yourself, not acknowledging your gifts. Because you always, you know, did not believe in what you can do. And it's rooted from fear. Okay, you're afraid to speak your truth. You're afraid to showcase what you can do. Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. All right, let's see. Let's pull up another one. Are you kidding me? I just said it's rooted from fear? Bingo. Need I say more? Right? Oh my gosh. I was just saying before I pull up this card. Yeah. Because it's actually, you know, rooted from fear. Regardless of what scenario you might be resonating with, everything is rooted from fear. Because there's also a message earlier that somebody watching this pile is afraid to speak their truth. Yeah, I just suddenly remembered that. And it caused a lot of damage, alright? Because of you tried to hold yourself back from speaking the truth. And you did that because of fear. So again, I just freaking love this reading. Like, it's creepy because of the synchronicities. Oh my gosh. Wow. Alright, so let's try this one. You got body. Alright, it says here, what parts of you do you need to look at more closely? So there's actually something about going within. There's something about re-examining yourself, alright? Who you truly are, because we're actually seeing this lady who's looking at herself in the mirror, alright? And I feel that, you know, in your previous lifetime, you always look at yourself in a small way. All right? You feel as if that you're not capable of doing something. There's something about you dimming your own light. All right? When you have a lot of potential, you always feel as if that you're not good enough. No wonder you got the Five of Pentacles. There's something about self-worth here. And then again, there's something about transformation. Because we see here the image of some butterflies. Because butterflies is really a symbolism for change and transformation. There's something about the death of old self. Look at that. There's something about reinventing yourself. All right, let's try to pull it more. Yeah, speaking of which, you got 2 5s over here. 5 is talking about changes. Oh, yeah. Be the hunter, not the hunted. See, you guys are so wise. We see here this image of the owl. And you guys are magicians. Alright? The magician is very powerful. Because he's able to master everything. Right? The staff, the cups, the swords, the pentacles. You guys are highly knowledgeable. Some of you are highly spiritual. Kind of like a high priest. But there's something about you being afraid to speak your truth. Being afraid to, again, let the world know, alright, about what you can do. And it's not for you to show off. Not that. But for you to share your light, to share your wisdom with others. Okay? There's something about you giving your power away. Okay? Adventure. Oops, we'll try this one first. And then I got the child. Yeah, with the child card, I'm actually going to be reading that as new beginnings. Because of your past experiences, even in your previous lifetime, which has traumatized you, you're afraid, okay? Either to start anew or to start again, all right? To give yourself a fresh new start, in other words, okay? Because life is an adventure. But what happened was you kind of like got yourself stuck or trapped there. Okay? Just like that example that I specifically heard from Spirit, just because this person already passed away. And of course, it's hard to lose someone that we love. But life must go on, right? What happened there was you just basically, confined yourself. You decided not to do anything anymore. You lost, appetite when it comes to life, right? You just basically, again, put your life on hold. And so I feel this is really the lesson that you needed to learn back then. And again, it can still be playing out for some of you, okay? So pay attention to those lessons. Because, like what I said, life is a school, all right? If we flunk, we're going to be redoing the test until we pass, until we graduate. All right. Yeah, you got stubborn. So maybe, at that time, maybe you were really stubborn. You weren't really paying attention. You are kind of like maybe there was someone in your previous lifetime who actually told you or kind of like warned you about something, but instead of listening to it, you just basically, decided not to, look into it, or you just ignored it. Yeah, there's also something about having the courage to stand up and speak your truth, all right? The courage to stand in your own ground. Yeah, that was so strong for someone out there. Oh my gosh, really? Really? Oh my gosh, I'm hearing a different lifetime now. Yeah. For some of you guys in a previous lifetime, because of love, all right, and unfortunately you gave your time, money, energy to the wrong person, your career in your previous lifetime, your work, okay, whatever work you were doing in your previous lifetime, it suffered. That was so strong too, because of you actually gave your love to the wrong person. I even got here that somebody watching group number one, you were caught in a triangular relationship, and it caused a lot of chaos in your life. Maybe you were told in your previous lifetime, hey, be careful, all right, because that person is already in a relationship, or that person is already married. But yeah, you were stubborn, you weren't really listening to it until, yeah, you had to suffer the consequences for making that choice. I don't know who was that for. Wow. But I also heard that message in which you kind of like, again, there's something about you're not really looking after your own needs because of love, all right? Love should be balanced. But what happened was, because you love this person so much, again, you sacrifice your own personal happiness, that even your job suffered a whole lot in a previous lifetime, all right? That is really interesting. All right, so before we wrap things up, let's actually pull up the past life cards. And then we'll pull up a message as well for you. Okay, biblical. So maybe in your previous lifetime, all right? It can be, yeah, biblical era. But then again, there's something about this person working hard on something. Yeah, because I heard that, like, your work, your career suffered a whole lot. Yeah, I just really got that earlier. Plus, there's something about you being so highly creative, all right? You have a lot of talents, but you're afraid to showcase. You're afraid to shine. Yeah, with the imprisonment or slavery, right? I even said you confined yourself, all right? Oh my gosh. It's like you're a slave, right? You really, had to learn the lesson of taking control of your life. That was so strong when I saw this card. Well, what happened was you actually made this man-made prison for yourself, especially for those who would resonate with, because you lost the spouse. You just basically decided not to live your life anymore. So you created this man-made prison. Yeah, and then you got unrequited love as well, all right? And I feel the unrequited love, it is related to the third party, triangular, situation that you've had in a previous lifetime too. You were warned about it, but you still went with it until, yeah, it became chaotic. And so you felt rejected as well with this unrequited love. But this can also be a lesson. You probably also are learning it on this lifetime, in which you may have come across some certain type of connections in which it's one-sided, all right? Because, yeah, there is a message here that had something to do with being one-sided. I even got this message that somebody actually paid more attention to their career instead of love. Whether that's you or the person that you were in a relationship in your previous lifetime. And again, it really made you feel so sad. You felt rejected. You probably had also a lifetime in Asia, okay? Because you got the Asia card. Some of you guys, biblical era, all right? Wow, I love this reading so much. Man, it's as if I'm in a trance. So if I try to pause or what, and I sound weird and all that, because whenever I do a past life reading, I notice I am feeling as if I'm in a trance. Like I'm really sleepy. I don't know, it's weird. It's crazy. But anyway, let's actually pull up a message for you guys. Okay, so here is your message. All is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Believe in your dream, love it, breathe it, and let it fill your thoughts. But you must take action also. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first envisaged, but then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. See? Believe in your dream. Believe in yourself. I don't know. There's really that strong message for someone out there. Maybe it's still playing out in this lifetime. Like you really have a lot of talents. You have a lot of skills and gifts. But there's something about you kind of like not trusting your ideas. You tend to downplay yourself or dumb yourself down. Right? So, yeah. Spirit is actually saying, all right, to give passion to your dreams. Okay? To showcase it, to allow yourself to shine. And yes, they're saying you will succeed if we continue to work at it. So yeah, that's all I have for you, group number 1. Gosh, I still feel as if I'm in a trance. So if I sound weird and all that, because again, every time I do a past life reading, it's just so odd that I'm kind of like in a trance. Like I'm kind of like really sleepy, you know? It's really weird. It's hard to explain it, but yeah, some of you might actually understand what I'm saying here. But anyway, I hope this gave you a lot of insights or some ideas about what are the past life lessons they've had. But if this is something that's still playing out in this lifetime, again, pay attention to it. Because that only means you still needed to overcome this challenge or this test. Because again, life is like an exam, all right? The earth is our school, right? If you flunk the exam, you redo it, retake it until you pass, until you graduate, okay? So anyway, that's all I have for you, group number 1. I'll see you again next week. Bye. Your turn, group number 2. Let's find out what are your past life lessons. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective, which shows group number 2. You got the Hierophant, Knave of Swords, Knave of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands, you have the Magician in reverse, And you have here the moon. Bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Chalices in reverse. Oh my gosh. This is very specific. I heard two very specific message from Spirit. Okay, so let's start off with the first one. The first one that I actually heard from Spirit is that somebody watching this pile is highly psychic and is a practitioner, can be a healer as well. Even in your previous lifetime, this is actually something that you have been doing. But what I actually specifically heard was that even though you're really amazing in your skills and your gifts, you have a passion for learning, all right? That's really what I heard. I feel that for some reason, because of the power that you're blessed with the gifts, unfortunately though, you felt as if that it's not enough. And so you had to kind of like, learn for something more to enhance your abilities or your gifts. There's something about hunger for power. There's something about you are craving and thirsting for more power. It's okay to thirst for more deeper knowledge around these, spiritual stuffs or things. But the problem here was in your previous lifetime, you have abused your power. Okay? There's something about misuse and abuse of power, which actually resulted to something that is really, really chaotic for you in your previous lifetime. You have suffered the consequences for using your gifts, your talents, or your spiritual gifts, not in shining light towards others. There's something about you were tempted to either do something that could destroy someone's life. All right? I don't know who is this for, but that was so freaking specific from Spirit, okay? And the lesson there had something to do with before you actually do something, before you actually commit to something, or before you take some form of action, think about it. Use your intuition. Trust your feelings. We all have dark and light in each of us. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's flawed. We all have light and shadow attributes, right? But whatever it is that you are going to be acting upon is something that would dictate who you truly are as a person. And because of you've decided in your previous lifetime not to use your abilities to shine light towards others or to help others, but instead you were really obsessed with the power that you actually got, or you have learned, or you have picked up, there was that element of abuse or misuse of power that happened for you in your previous lifetime. Now, for those who are maybe not resonating with, you were a spiritual figure in your previous lifetime, or somebody's kind of like a practitioner, it's still the same message from Spirit. You were actually in a position of authority in your previous lifetime. Very powerful figure, all right? But then again, there's something about using your own power, all right, not for the good. There's something about abusing the power that you are blessed with. Wow, I can't believe what I'm hearing. And then the other scenario that I actually heard from Spirit, it's also something that I kind of like picked up from group 1. Maybe somebody actually checked out group 1 and then jumped to group number 2. But I got that lesson again. Somebody's actually really highly creative, You have a thirst as well, or passion for learning, and you easily learn things, okay? You're amazing. However, even though you're so amazing with your skills and talents and your gifts, there's something about you hiding in the dark with the moon card over here, all right? You really don't believe in yourself when you are actually blessed with a lot of gifts. Interesting, because you got the Magician in reverse. Because again, this is you not believing in your power, in what you can do, in your skills, in your talents. And so what happened was, in your previous lifetime, because if you are dimming your own light, you don't believe in yourself, you tried to hide in the shadows, you weren't able to fulfill your wish or your dreams. It just became a wish. And you weren't able to turn that into a reality, or to turn it into reality, just like what the Magician does. Because the Magician is a powerful manifester. And then going back to that specific message around misuse or abuse of power or authority, all right? Yeah, because it got the Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse is talking about a person who either did some things to control a specific event or people, all right? There's something about control. You really wanted to dominate during those times, all right? And so you felt as if that you really needed to stand out. But there are consequences when it comes to being obsessed with power. That eventually you actually use the power or the gifts or abilities not to create, okay, but to destroy. Wow, I can't believe what I'm hearing here. Man, in terms of signs, you may be an Aries, you may be a, yeah, I'm hearing Leo as well. Aries, Leo. Oh gosh. I'm also hearing, any other swords energies here. But you also got Taurus. That can be, a validation for some of you. Anyway. Let's pull up another set of cards. What are your past life lessons? If I sound weird, like I seem to sound as if I'm sleepy, that's because, whenever I do past life reading, it's as if I'm in a trance. It's hard to explain. Some people may not understand it, but it's like, wow, I'm like very sleepy because I'm in a deep trance, okay? So, let's see here. Ooh. 5 of air. 4 of earth. Abundance. Yeah, there's something about possessiveness and control, okay, for some of you. And I'll give it to you guys straight. Because like what I said, when you're actually, hungry for something, you may have the tendency to want to have control over what you have, okay? Like you don't want to let go of it. There's really something about that. Can be money, that's why I got abundance, all right? There's something about you wanting to stay in power, all right, in your previous lifetime. And it resulted to a lot of chaos or conflict here. Now, for the other scenario that I picked up from Spirit, I'm drawn to this 5 of Swords, where it actually shows a woman, all right, she's blindfolded, and then we see here this image of a face, right? So I'm actually hearing there's something about you are not acknowledging your skills, your gifts, all right? You try not to look into what you can really do. Either you're afraid of judgment. I also got that. Dragonfly is also talking about taking a leap of faith for me. All right, there's something about that. But what happened was because of you're afraid. You're not sure of whether are you going to be successful. Will I be judged by others? Then you just try to remain in the shadows, just like what I said. Because I'm drawn to this Four of Pentacles. It actually shows this image of kind of like a bee. I don't know. I'm just really getting here that you guys, in your previous lifetime, you're very hardworking. You're actually very skilled. But the other example is quite dark because I really got that specific message from Spirit that because of your thirst for power, for money, all right? Unfortunately, you have done some things that instead of actually, either helping people or doing something that is really good for everybody or for the welfare of others, there's really something about control. There's something about possessiveness, all right? And it resulted to a lot of trouble and hardship for you in your previous lifetime. Gosh, I don't know what this is for, but that's what I'm hearing. Anyway, let's pull up another set of cards. You have your Four of Wands. See, I told you, you got the Mystic card. What the freak? I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. That's why I really picked that up at the very beginning of the reading, in which Spirit wanted me to say that a lot of people chose this pile. It's highly spiritual. I wouldn't be surprised if you are a psychic, a healer, or a practitioner. Now you got the Mystic card, all right? So definitely somebody who's been, also doing this maybe in this current lifetime. And so, this is actually something that you've done as well in your previous lifetime. But unfortunately, though, there's something about misuse of power, all right? So pay attention to that. I feel the lesson there is really, to honor the blessings that you have in your life. And to also make use of those gifts that you're blessed with to create, not to destroy. Yeah. You got the Sacred Pool. So I'm really picking up that there's that really strong energy of, you having some psychic abilities even in your previous lifetime, all right? As I'm looking at this Sacred Pool, very deep, like there's something that you can actually see that other people may not, all right? But I also heard from Spirit that one of the lessons for you guys, for those who are resonating with that specific scenario, is for you to also go within and just trust your inner voice. Like maybe in your previous lifetime, your heart, your inner voice is telling you that this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. But then again, at the end of the day, we are blessed with free will. Each human being, all right, or individual is blessed with free will. We have the power to choose. Whether you do good or whether you do bad, it's entirely up to you. But we must all face the consequences of our decisions, of our actions, right? And that's the truth. Yeah, oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Now you got the gratitude card and it says here receiving, blessings, thanks, and then giving. I was just talking about honoring the blessings that you have. That's crazy. Now you got the gratitude card which says receiving blessings. Yeah, because that's really what I got from Spirit. All right? Honor the blessings that you have. Appreciate what you have. Because again, I really picked up that very strong message for someone out there in which you got so obsessed with power. You were so obsessed, like you weren't contented with what you have because you wanted to stay in power. There's something about that. You wanted to stay in power. You wanted to be the best. You wanted to dominate. That's really what I got. And even if, all right, if you're not necessarily, somebody who's a practitioner or a healer in a previous lifetime who got mixed up into the dark arts, right? Because that's what I heard, where he actually did, something that is totally not good for the welfare of others, then it's still the same thing. Whether you were a person of position or authority in your previous lifetime, but you actually, kind of like got tempted to do something that deep down is not really good, okay? But because of this temptation, you've decided, all right, to abuse the authority and the power they actually possess or have. And so the lesson there had something to do, again, still the same thing, gratitude, all right? Be grateful for what you have. Appreciate what you have. Yeah, because that actually, got you into so much trouble. Now you got the anxiety card, right? Sleepless nights, paranoia. I'm also hearing that. Like, because of what you have done and you had to face the consequences of your actions. Yeah. It was really, really difficult for you in that lifetime to kind of like accept that this is something that I must face because I've decided to do all these things, all right? And no matter how much you wanted to regret, because that's what I'm hearing, you cannot bring back the past. So I feel, again, that's a lesson for someone out there, all right? Yeah. There's something about balance, all right? Because we see here this ballerina. For me, every time I see that image, for me, what stands out is this keyword, which is balance. Well, life is all about balance, right? Everything is all about balance. When there's light, there's dark. And like what I said, we all have light and dark inside of us. But what you're going to be acting upon is what dictates who you truly are. Because this is based upon your own decision anyway, all right? You have the power to choose whether you do good or you do bad, just like what I said. So yeah, there's really that lesson of balance. And I kind of like picked up, honestly, that in your previous lifetime, whoever this is for, like, you were amazing. Like, you were really, blessed with so many gifts. But because of that temptation, because of that hunger and thirst for power, unfortunately, you got mixed up into something that resulted to your downfall. Okay? I even got this very specific message that you were helping people at the very beginning. You are healing people. You've been using your gifts and your talents to be of service to people. But then again, because of you felt as if that I needed more. I want more. Until, yeah, it started to kind of like destroy your life because of you decided to use it to destroy and not to help or not to shine light on others anymore. I don't know, what is this for? Gosh. I'm actually hearing Romania. So I don't know if that's a name or it's what? A place? I just heard that right now. Yeah, I don't know. I just got that right now. That's crazy. Yeah, you got your success and growth. Yep, look at that. Deep knowing. Discipline, right? Balance. Are you freaking kidding me? What? That's why I said when I saw this ballerina, every time I see this image, because sometimes, or most of the time, when I read the cards, I really don't base it off on what is, what it means or based upon the guidebook. It's really based upon what I'm hearing from spirit. Okay? So some of the, things that I actually do here in my readings, it's not going to be, kind of like, similar to what others are doing, because I really don't base it off on the guidebook or what it actually means. Okay? So some people, they find it weird. But again, the way I read is that I really base it on what I'm hearing. Okay? And so when I saw this card, balance, all right, is what came up. And now he got balance. That's crazy. So based on these 4 cards, this is what Spirit is saying, which is related to the lessons of your past life. We all wanted to be successful. We all wanted to achieve success, happiness, right? And that is our birthright too. However, we must learn the lesson of balance. Anything that is really in excess is not good, right? And I feel this is part of what you needed to learn. You got the deep knowing. So this is actually what I heard earlier when I saw the sacred pole. Like deep down, you know that this is not good. Or that small voice inside of you was kind of like telling you in your previous lifetime that no, I may actually, face a harsh consequence here if I actually do this. But what happened was you decided to be blind, all right? That's why when I saw this 5 of Swords, all right, that's really what I got. You decided not to listen to your own intuition or that inner voice, but deep down all right? You decided to remain blind to it. And so the lesson here had something to do with listening to your inner voice, following your heart, trusting your own discernment. And yes, it requires a lot of discipline, okay? There's something about a perfect balance as well between your logical mind, okay, as well as your emotions when making a decision. All right, let's try to pull up more. Yeah, look at that. Illumination. Harmony. Taking steps. Alright, so again, this is the Lover's card. And even though I'm also picking up that there's also a lifetime for some of you out there, in which in your previous lifetime, um, you may have also gotten yourself into a third party situation, but deep down you know that that was really not the right thing to do, okay? But you didn't really, listen to your heart, all right? Because you were blindly in love, of course. That's for someone out there. And you had this illusion. When I saw this card, I heard illusion. You had this illusion that, no, we're going to be together. I don't know who's that for. But Lover's card is also talking about decision. So again, that's the main theme as well for group number 2. In which before you actually do something, before you take some steps, all right? Or before you actually decide on something, you really have to think about it, contemplate. That's another message I'm hearing when I looked at this image over here. There's something about contemplation. There's something about looking within, all right? Otherwise, you may actually find yourself in deep regret for the consequences of your actions. Because that's really what I got for a lot of you, which is your lesson in your previous lifetime or your past life lesson. Again, look at this. This person's heart chakra is glowing. So again, follow your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't be blinded, okay? Regardless of whatever scenario you might be resonating with, because there's so many lifetimes I'm picking up. Listen to your heart. Trust it. Before you actually do something. Otherwise, like what I said, you would find yourself forever, regretting about, what you've decided on or why you did this, why you did that, okay? All right, let's pull up more. Gosh. I'm blown away by this reading. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah. Well, I won't be surprised because this card is talking about putting an end to an unhealthy habit or a negative trait or a negative behavior. And we see here this lady, she's cutting cords, okay? So again, well, obviously, for the specific message that I really picked up for someone out there viewing this reading, in which you were... you were a practitioner who got really obsessed with power, and later on, instead of helping people, you actually use your powers to destroy, okay? It's like you got mixed up into the dark arts. And yes, I'll be very straightforward, it resulted to your death, okay? But regardless of whatever scenario, this is basically talking about learning from your mistakes. Realizing what parts of you, all right, or what habits, negative traits, or negative habits that need to change. Because you know that this is not for your highest good. Okay, let's move on to the next. Wow, I'm actually hearing more specific messages, but I don't feel like... Yeah, that should be it. Anyway, wow, I can't believe what I'm hearing on this pile 2 reading. Whoa. Yeah, releasing allegiances. If I read this intuitively, look at that. She's naked. And there's something about toxicity here. Because we see here flies. Okay? There's something about embracing who you truly are. Because I'm kind of like picking up that you may have done it because of temptation. Although that's not who you truly are, right? Because what I actually got is that, yeah, I'll go back to that specific message from Spirit because that was so strong, in which you used to help people. You're actually really good and nice. You even help heal people, yeah. But then all of a sudden you got tempted. You actually did things out of money or hunger for power. And yeah, until you actually abuse your gifts. Oh boy. And again, flies, it's really talking about illness, disease, toxicity. So there's a message about, you know, what's not good for you, right? Follow your own discernment, trust it. However, whatever it is that you're going to be deciding on, then face the consequences. So whether, again, you do good or you do bad. Okay, got grace. You have priest. All right, let's stop here. Oh my gosh, really? I just really heard the strong message that for some of you in your previous lifetime, you were actually a priest. Okay? Yeah, you used to serve God. But then all of a sudden, because of your anger, because of your hatred, it's like you suddenly, yeah, like you shifted. It's a total 360 is what I'm actually hearing, okay? No wonder you got the balance, all right? It's like extremes, black or white. That's really what I got here. And then I'm also hearing when I saw these cards that somebody's kind of like, and this is maybe for one person out there, in which you're afraid to love, or you're afraid to acknowledge that you loved someone, okay, in your previous lifetime. Maybe because of you've devoted your life to be a priest, all right? But you don't want to embrace the truth. That's why you were wearing a mask. You tried not to look into your feelings. Maybe that's why there's a lesson here to follow your heart. But because of you're so devoted to what you were doing back then, and yeah, especially for your priest, I mean, it's a taboo. You can't marry or you can't be in a relationship. But yeah, that was actually the lesson there. All right, let's move on to the next set of cards because I'm not hearing anything more. All right, let's try this one. Are you kidding me? You saw me shuffle. I can't believe this. And it says here, let me just put it right in front of you guys. Unhealthy behavior that must come to an end immediately. For real? And we were just talking about that earlier, right? When we actually saw the death card. Like what parts of you or habits needs to end. So yeah, there was definitely a toxic, that's why when I saw the flies over here, a toxic behavior that you have been doing, even in your previous lifetime, that you know deep down is not right. it's never going to do you any good. Maybe it will actually make you happy at one point, or it may actually bring you a lot of success, money, whatever, but that's not really going to make you happy at the end of the day. I even got this very strong message before I pull up another set of cards that somebody watching group number 2, all right, you actually killed someone. You killed this person. You have tried to judge this person. There's something about that. You thought that this person is bad, or did you bad, or did something, bad, or, negative towards you. But it turned out that that person is a friend. That person is not really doing anything to you. And maybe that's why I picked up regret. When you found out that you killed the wrong person, that you shouldn't have done it. First, to murder someone is already a sin, okay? Second, what makes it a lot more worse is that you killed the wrong person. That person is innocent. That person actually didn't do anything to you. My gosh, I don't know what was this for. This is creepy about what I'm hearing. All right. And even got angel wing. Yeah, it's kind of like a fallen angel. You used to be good, but then all of a sudden you became, I don't know what this for. It's creepy. Because I really got that when I saw this angel wing. Like you used to serve God, right? Like no wonder you got the Hierophant. Yeah, the start of the reading. But then all of a sudden it's like you became someone else. What? Who is this for? And there's something about you wanting to be treated special. You really wanted power. You wanted to be... let's just put it that way. You wanted power. You are not satisfied with what you have. There's that message of craving for more power. And there's something about jealousy. Like somebody actually killed someone and then eventually found out that, I killed the wrong person. Because part of it, you were jealous. All right? Are you freaking kidding me? No way. Look at this, you guys. It says listening to one's head, analyzing everything before taking action. What? And that's exactly what I heard earlier, right? Like there's something about you needing, all right, to think carefully before you actually decide on something, before you take the steps. Otherwise, all right, you would forever regret it, all right? And you can't go back in time and try to redo it. That's the sad part. Time is an irreversible arrow, right? So before you actually decide on something, that's your past life lesson. Before you take action, listen carefully to your head, not just your emotions. So maybe this is also applicable for someone out there in which, because of you're so emotional, you got really angry, you killed this person. You probably actually, I heard, wrong judgment. Like you accuse this person, and because of your anger, you killed this person, and later on, you found out, whoops, I killed the wrong person. This person is innocent. Oh my gosh. I'm not expecting to be hearing so many specific, messages here for pile number 2. This is my favorite, I tell you. Because it's like I'm reading a book. Yeah. And then you got the wedding, marriage, committed relationship. See, I told you, everything that we've discussed is appearing in this deck that I actually pulled up. Is creepy. Remember I said something like, you were also in a triangular relationship. in the previous lifetime, and you know that deep down is it was wrong. All right, it was an unhealthy behavior because you're destroying as well someone's life. um and it's still the same message here. You have to listen not only to your heart but to listen to your head before you actually take any form of action. Otherwise you would forever regret it, or it's too late for you, all right, to do something about it. Okay? Man, I can't believe this. So before we wrap things up, I'm going to be pulling up some past life cards plus some random message for you guys, all right? Gosh, this is my favorite reading. It's longer than the first group. Okay, transportation. Again, movement, right? Before you make a move, before you actually do something, you have to think about it carefully. That's the main lesson for a lot of you guys. Yeah, he got orphan. So there's also maybe, you know, some lessons around abandonment here for some of you. Yeah, you got mother. So some of you, either you were abandoned by a mom or a mother figure for you. Okay. There could be some mama issues here as well. So some of you might be still experiencing that in this lifetime. And yeah, or gosh, what the freak. Oh my gosh, now you got the medicine man or woman. That's why I picked up, like, yeah, and you got the mystic. So somebody really is watching pile number 2, in which you were a healer in your previous lifetime. You've been helping people. I even said you've been healing people. But then all of a sudden, it's like, what happened to you? All right? You use your power now to destroy people. It has something to do with this thirst and hunger for power. Wow. So again, these are the lifetimes. I feel like saying something, but Spirit is kind of like saying, no, move on. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, these are the lifetimes. All right. That some of you might actually resonate. But I certainly hope, all right, that you guys were able to pick up something from this. Reason why I wanted to do this type of a reading, because first and foremost, always remember, you guys, the earth is our school. Life is like an exam. We all came here to learn. We are all teachers and pupils. We have the ability to teach people from our own experiences, right? We share it to empower them, to help them. Or we must also be open to learn from others, all right? And just like any exam, when we flunk the exam, when we flunk the test, we have to retake it again until we finally make it, until we pass and we graduate. So I hope that all of these lessons, you know, would help you to realize something. Because at the end of the day, this is for your highest good. This is going to help you to improve as a person. And that is the main intention of this reading. Well, anyway, let's actually pull up some random messages for you guys. Let's see. Oh wow, look at this. An angel surrounds you with rainbow wings, here to reconnect you with your true nature. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. Remember, you have this card that says Angel Wing? Where is that card? Yeah, right. And I was even saying, like, what happened? Because that's really the lifetime that I really picked up for someone out there who's checking out this pile, in which you used to help people. You were so good. You were so freaking amazing. But because of temptation, it's like, yeah, something happened. Like, you became a totally different person, right? And that's also what I kind of like got when I saw this card, right? In which I even said, like, there's something about you needing to come back to who you truly are, right? Because she's actually naked. There's something about going back to your true self. Now, this is creepy. What the freak? Honestly, actually pause the video because I was asking my guys, why can't I actually, share what I just heard? And they're saying, not anymore, just move on. And so anyway, I love that they gave this card for you guys, especially, for whoever is resonating with that specific lifetime that I actually channeled. But anyway, here's your message again. I'm just blown away. What the freak? An angel surrounds you with rainbow wings, here to reconnect you with your true nature, the balanced, healthy, sensitive, and loving you. Remember that there is more to life than your achievements, right? Consciously connecting your spiritual and physical realities will help you reconnect to the sacred, infinite, and creative part of yourself that is yearning to play a greater role in your life. What? I love your last message. What a way to end this reading, because this is part of your lesson too. There's more than your achievements. There's more than what you can actually have, material stuffs. Because that's really what I kind of like got in your previous lifetime, in which you actually felt as if that this is not enough. I needed to learn more. I really needed to, to kind of like, there's that craving or that thirst for something else, for something more. And yeah, it actually, became a lot more worse for you at the end of the day because of you were so drunk in power is actually what I'm hearing. So yeah, that's true. There's more to life than your achievements. There's more to life than what you actually have. And I'm talking about material stuffs, right? So yeah, remember that an angel actually surrounds you right now, all right? Helping you to go back to your true self, to your true nature. A person who's actually very balanced. No wonder you got the balance card earlier. A person who's healthy, who's very sensitive and loving. Remember, we all have dark and light side in us, okay? But it's entirely up to you whether you wanted to do what's good, not only for you, but for the people around you, or if you're going to be doing something that could destroy people and then eventually could even destroy you. I'll leave you with that message, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this. This is my favorite group. I'll see you next week. Bye now. All right, group number 3, it's your turn. Let's ask, what are your past life lessons? Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective who chose group number 3. Knave of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. The Moon. You have here the Lovers, the Sun, And you have here 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess. Wow. I'm actually hearing a very, very specific message just by looking at all these cards. Okay. First specific message that came through is that somebody watching group number 3, your previous lifetime or your past life, you were actually a highly respected spiritual figure. Okay. Especially that I saw this High Priestess card. Prior to pulling up this card or looking at the overall energy of your reading, I was already hearing it. Okay, so you were a highly respected spiritual figure in which you are actually also imparting your knowledge, all right, to the people around you. And I'm even kind of like picking up that you have a student, all right, because I really got that when I saw this Knave of Pentacles card. And so I feel that at that time, you actually trusted, is actually what I'm hearing. Trusted someone. You've imparted your knowledge. You've helped this person. You've trusted this person. But this person actually betrayed you. Okay? And so I feel the lesson here had something to do with trust. That's your past life lesson. There's something about trusting your intuition with a moon card because there were some things that are hidden from you, okay? And it really had something to do with betrayal. Another thing that I'm also picking up here is that somebody watching group number 3, your past life, had some sort of like a conflict between love and your career at that time, okay? I'm actually hearing that you fell in love with someone, but it's like you can't be together, all right? You really love this person. Either they chose to not pursue a relationship with you if this was not you, okay? Either this was you who fell in love with this, person in your past life, but this person was really trying to put his focus or her focus on his or her career. I really got that. So it's like with the Lover's card, it's a choice between your role, your purpose, or are you going to be ready to sacrifice that and to be with this person that you actually love. That was challenging. And yeah, even with the 10 of Wands over here, it was so hard. Whether that was for you, like you wanted somebody, but because of your life purpose or because of your purpose, you decided to sacrifice your personal happiness or the feelings that you have for this person. And again, it can be switched. Either you were the one who's in love to that person. Oh, wow. And so again, the lesson had something to do as well with following your heart, following your feelings, okay? Because I feel somebody, watching this pile, either this was you, your priority at that time is just really your purpose. That even though you know that you love this person, you decided not to, all right? So there's really that conflict between work and love life is what I'm picking up. And then the other scenario that I also got had something to do with betrayal. You actually trusted the wrong person here. You did all your best to help this person. You taught this person is actually what I'm hearing, because you are somebody who's highly knowledgeable and very spiritual with the High Priestess. But this person, I'm drawn to this Lover's card. I feel that this person actually is also in love with you. Yeah. But then again, even though you've done a lot for this person actually betrayed you in the end. What the freak? Wow. All right. And just the same with group one and group number two. If I sound like I'm sleepy, or it's as if that, I sound weird, because every time I do a past life reading, that's why I don't normally do it, because it's as if I'm in a trance. That's weird. Every time I do it, it's like, well, I'm like sleepy, but I'm not sleepy. It's just weird. It's hard to explain, but maybe somebody out there, understands what I'm saying here. But yeah, every time I do a past life reading, it's like I'm in a deep trance. Anyway, let's see here. Oh my gosh. See, you got the intuition. I was just talking about that. I was just talking about, like, part of the lesson had something to do with trusting your feelings or following your intuition over your logical mind, all right? Or at least there's a perfect balance between both. So let's go back to one of the scenarios that I actually heard from Spirit, especially that past life scenario in which you probably felt that there's something about this person, but you tried to give this person a chance, or you tried to, again, give your full trust. You've shared a lot of your secrets to this person. There's something about you imparting your knowledge, but eventually this person actually bit you from behind. Okay? That's really what I got. There's definitely some betrayal here. And that was because you didn't follow your intuition. And then the other scenario, or past life scenario, I'm hearing that, again, whether this was you who's actually in love with this individual, but because of you prioritize your purpose, you really didn't want to listen to your heart, because even though it was an opportunity, all right, you didn't listen to your heart. You decided to go for your purpose, okay? You tried to either push away this person, okay? Now, if this was the other way around, all right, then I'm actually getting a lesson around rejection, okay? But I feel that somebody would resonate with that, in which you really didn't follow your heart. You love this person, but you decided to turn your back on this individual because of your purpose. Yeah. Karmic completion. What the freak? So definitely there is a karmic lesson, all right? For some of you guys, either you also know who this person is in this current lifetime, either you've met them, because I'm hearing that right now. Maybe you guys are still closing out this lesson or this cycle. So again, like what I said, if this sounds familiar to you, like the situation is still playing in this current lifetime, yeah, because life is like an exam, all right? When we flunk the test, then we are going to be retaking it again until we pass and we graduate, all right? Because we came here to learn. Life is like an exam, and the earth is our school, right? So yeah, for some of you are still completing this cycle. Maybe this, kind of scenario kept on playing over and over again in your previous lifetime. You got Three of Cups. Yeah, there's betrayal. What the freak? Three of Swords. I can't freaking believe this. And I'm drawn to this guy. He's sitting comfortably. And there are three swords that are stuck on his chest, on his ribs. But he seems to be as if that he's, not flustered at all. So I feel that if I'm going to read this intuitively, what has happened to you in your previous lifetime? There are so many red flags already, okay? You probably actually already felt it, that there's so many red flags, but you continued. You didn't listen to your intuition because either you have a big heart or you love this person, okay? I even heard that in your previous lifetime, this person who betrayed you was a close friend, all right? Or somebody that you were really close with. Let's just put it that way. But this person actually, betrayed you. Whoa. And again, the lesson or the past life lesson had something to do with trust since you got betrayal, okay? As well as, of course, trusting your intuition, following your heart. Wow. I can't believe this. And again, there's something about sacrifice. Like you've actually sacrificed your own happiness or the opportunity for you to be in a loving partnership is actually what I got. And because of that, yeah, you realize that you actually either made a wrong decision here, you wish that you followed your intuition, you followed your heart, not just your logical mind, because swords, it's all about thoughts too, okay? Wow, let's see. Let's pull up more. Oh my gosh, yeah. I was just talking about that. Now we got the caring connections. Oh my gosh. Yeah. For some of you, I'm actually hearing that in a previous lifetime, either you also got yourself in a triangular partnership, okay? Maybe, the person that you were in love with is already with someone else. I'm also picking that up, all right? You fell in love with each other, but it is actually, yeah, a connection that is really wrong, okay? Because it's third party. Maybe they were actually, with a karmic too. That's another possibility here. But yeah, I really got that specific scenario from Spirit in which you really love this person, but you chose not to be with this person, or you didn't choose love. You chose comfort, you chose your purpose over love. Okay? I don't know who is that for. Yeah, and you got here bearing fruit. I'm hearing that this opportunity for you to be in a loving connection or a wonderful partnership, it has a lot of potential. It can actually grow. But then again, yeah, something happened. And I feel this is still related to that past life scenario that I kept on hearing from Spirit around you choosing to put your focus on your purpose or your career, whatever, all right, that you are putting your focus on. But you decided not to choose love. And that was also because of fear, all right? I also got that. It's also because of fear. Oh my gosh, now you got Eight of Pentacles, which is talking about career, skills. Whoa. I can't believe this. My gosh. I'm just so blown away right now. So yeah, I really feel this is for someone out there who fell in love, all right, with the right person actually. But somebody lost that opportunity. because they chose their purpose. They chose something else other than, this wonderful opportunity for you and this person to grow this connection. Now, if it's quite the opposite, that this is also something that you have been experiencing, in which this person is not prioritizing you, okay, then that is actually the karmic lesson, okay, that you needed to also feel and understand where that person that you're dealing with right now also came from in a previous lifetime. That's another possibility. It does happen, you guys, all right? For instance, I know one person, just to share to you, this person is so frustrated because she's actually, taking good care of her mother. And it seems as if that is a reversal of role, like her mother is like her daughter, right? And it turned out that in a previous lifetime, that was the case. But on that lifetime, this person is actually a man. He was a father of her mother in the present lifetime. And at that time, right, he wasn't really taking good care of his child. And in this present lifetime, that's the mother, right? And so in this present lifetime, what happened was, it's like she needed, right, to learn that lesson of, or paying back, if you want to call it paying back the karma, but it's more like the lesson of abandonment, all right, that you really didn't take responsibility of what you're supposed to do. You didn't take any ownership. And now in this lifetime, she felt as if that, why I'm like a mother to you? Why is it that our roles were reversed here, all right? Like, you should be my mother. Why is it that you're not acting like my mom? It seems as if that you're acting as if that you're my daughter. So that's it. Because in the previous lifetime, that was the case. But she wasn't able to fulfill her duties as a parent in that previous lifetime. So if this is the same case for you guys, like, there's sort of like a reversal of roles here, don't be surprised, all right? That's why I needed to share that story. But anyway, yeah, gosh, that specific example just blew me away. I love how unique each group is. 3 different lifetimes. My gosh, it's like I'm reading a book here. So again, if I sound weird, that's because it's as if I'm in a trance. It's like I'm on, I don't want to say, yeah, let's just put it this way. It's like I'm drunk. Okay, that's weird. Whenever I do past life reading, it's like, wow. Oh yes, you got heal the ouch. And now here's what I'm actually hearing, okay? I feel that somebody in a previous lifetime is a spiritual figure, alright? I heard that somebody's a healer. Whether you are still a healer in this present lifetime, in which you actually help people, you heal people, this is your skill, because 8 of Pentacles is talking about skill or mastery of skill. Yeah, I got that. It can also be that you are kind of like a nurse or a doctor. That's still a possibility. But then again, with the heal the ouch, this is also Spirit's way of saying that there's something about healing from the lessons around betrayal, all right, around trust. I'm even hearing right now that somebody's kind of like afraid to love, okay, because of your experience from your past. And I'm not talking about past life, but I'm talking about the present lifetime. I don't know what was this for. And again, If you're resonating whoever you are, that's because it's also rooted in your previous lifetime. You got hurt. You were betrayed. And so somebody's really kind of like afraid to love again. And it's like you're shutting down the wonderful opportunity to be in a really loving and a caring, relationship. Because not all people are the same, although it's quite understandable that you will feel traumatized, okay? But that's actually a message for you to heal. Okay, let's move on to the next. Yeah, exchanging gifts. Because love is a beautiful feeling, right? There's something about you and this person exchanging such a wonderful partnership, especially with this Caring Connections card. But for some reason, I really got that. Like somebody lost that opportunity, all right? Because of this person. And this is actually the viewer, all right? Because this is your past life lesson. I'm hearing that you weren't able to see that this person is actually a gift, a blessing. But because of you decided to put your focus on something else, whether it's a life purpose or what, yeah, it was a lost opportunity. Now, don't be surprised again if you would say, my gosh, this is what I'm experiencing right now, all right? This person that I am in love with, all right, didn't realize my value. Well, yeah, because this was also something that you also did in your previous lifetime. You failed to see that this person is a gift for you. And it could have been so wonderful. It could have grown into something amazing. So I'm kind of like also picking up unrequited love, honestly, for group number 3. So there's several here. I'm picking up betrayal. There's a lesson around trust, okay? There's also a lesson around unrequited love here, okay? All right, let's move on to the next. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Hunger. I feel that group number 3, during that lifetime, there's regret. And we see here this lone wolf. Somebody decided not to pursue a relationship, really. I really got that lifetime for someone out there, in which the opportunity for you to have a very beautiful relationship or a beautiful connection was present, but you actually decided not to. You decided not to follow your heart. You decided to look away. You were putting your focus on something else. And now this wolf is howling. This wolf is crying. This wolf is calling out this person. I'm really getting that all of a sudden. There's a lot of regret. And Moon is also talking about feelings and emotions. But no matter how much you would like to regret for missing that opportunity, your worry would not change the outcome. And that's also part of the lesson. Okay, you cannot live your life in regret. But we can only learn from our mistakes. We can only learn from our failures, right? Yeah, gosh. Very interesting. And yes, you got release. There's really a lesson here around letting go and accepting things as they are. Seasons of life is actually what I'm hearing when I saw this image. And so we have to appreciate every season. So I'm actually hearing, based on these 3 cards, I'm picking up a lesson around, again, accepting things as they are, because it's not going to change an outcome. The lesson around letting things go, right? So you can actually move forward. And it's also, I feel connected to someone out there who's going to be resonating with, in a previous lifetime, you were betrayed. Okay? First, Spirit is actually saying you needed to heal from that. You also needed to release or to let go of that, because that's not going to change anything either, right? Like what I said, we can only learn from our mistakes, because that's going to help us to grow. But to live in deep regret, to blame yourself, why did I trust that person? It's not going to do anything. You would forever, live your life again with anger, with resentment, or with deep regret. Wow. I'm getting a sad energy for group 3, which is, and now you got the 4 of Cups. My gosh. I can't believe this. 4 of Cups is actually talking about a person who's actually not looking into this amazing opportunity that the universe is trying to give to them. In the traditional tarot, it shows a guy sitting under the tree, and there's actually an offer, but he's not looking at it because he's spending his, time looking at the 3 cups that fell down. So I really feel that somebody watching pile number 3 needed to learn that lesson, that no matter how much you wanted to regret, no matter how much you wanted to, go back and redo things, you can't. All right? It is what it is. Learn from it. That's how you're going to be growing as a person. Because we all make mistakes anyway. That's why I said life is like a school, all right? Or an exam. Either we, we make a mistake, we, stumble down, we fail the exam, but there's an opportunity for us to take the exam again until we pass, until we graduate, right? I love how everything is matching. Because, yeah, there's actually a lesson around not being able to see, okay, that this is an opportunity. There's this magical blessing that was presented to you in that previous lifetime, but you failed to see it. And that's why the lesson also had something to do with following your intuition, following your heart. Maybe, in that previous lifetime, you were really more listening to your head, okay? Now, if you're going to say this is what's happening to me right now, again, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. Wow. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's like I'm reading a book here. Yeah, you got here Ascendant Masters. Oh my gosh, and you got love. Oh my gosh, really? Alright. Somebody's afraid to love. Somebody's blocking themselves from loving or being open to love. Now, if you would actually, say that this is happening to me, my person is rejecting me, my person is, not open to receive the love that I'm giving them. And that's because of you also did the same thing in a previous lifetime. Okay? In a previous lifetime, you were the one who's blocking the opportunity to be in a loving, in a caring partnership. And again, this is a blessing or a gift from the divine. You got the Ascended Masters here. But I'm also hearing somebody watching group number 3. The reason as to why you didn't want to be in a relationship with this person that you fell in love with, either you are a priest. There's something about that when I saw this Ascendant Masters, or you're a spiritual figure and you've chosen not to be in a relationship. I don't know who is that for. But still, it's the same lesson, right? To be open to love by unblocking any negativity or any fear. To embrace love without fear. The lesson as well for some of you had something to do with unconditional love. Now, for those who are resonating with, I have given, a lot to this person, but this person is not really, giving me so much attention. There's a lack of balance. Yeah, there's also a lesson around, rejection. There's something about unrequited love too for group number 3. And then there's a lesson around unconditional love. My gosh, group 3's reading is so freaking unique from all 3, groups are really unique from each other, which I love. And again, I'm so sorry if I sound like I'm talking so slow. It's like I'm sluggish or lethargic. And that's because, like what I said, every time I do a past life reading, it's weird. It's like I'm in a deep trance. This is weird. Honestly, my eyelids are really, heavy. It's freaking weird. All right, the word wants to be written. Okay. Let's pull it more. Playfulness and gratitude. Cheerfulness, faithfulness. I just so love how everything is matching. Start off with faithfulness. What did I say earlier? There's something about betrayal. There's something about deception or loyalty. Exactly. Because even the dog, all right, it's all about loyalty. And I really got that past life lesson for someone viewing this pile or this group. Either you gave your trust on the wrong person, okay? For some of you, what I'm actually hearing is that part of your past life lesson had something to do with being grateful, because you got the gratitude card, which is again connected to what I said earlier. Like, there is an opportunity that you were blessed with, an amazing opportunity, but instead of appreciating it, just like the Four of Cups, the universe is handing you a gift or a blessing. But instead of being appreciative or looking into this offer, you decided not to. Okay? I really got that for someone out there. There's also something about, instead of living your life in deep regret, instead of releasing and letting things go and accepting things as they are, all right? Some of you, because of your deep regret in your previous lifetime, you lost your appetite when it comes to life, all right? It's like, you suddenly kind of like stop living your life, is what I heard. I'm even hearing, based on these cards, that somebody actually also needed to learn the lesson of, enjoying the moment, appreciating the moment, enjoying what you currently have at this point in time. Wow, I can't believe what I'm actually hearing. And again, I'm drawn to these two images. And it had something to do with betrayal. You're definitely close to that person. Either you were friends, somebody that you really trusted. You've imparted your knowledge. You've helped this person. You really gave everything to this person. But this person actually was a smiling assassin. That's really what I got. Gosh, there's really something about betrayal. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Yeah, I can't believe this. Somebody also ignored the opinion of others. Maybe you were warned about this person. I really got that because there's something about betrayal. Because that's what it says here. Ignoring the opinions and feelings of others, only thinking for oneself. So you weren't really, paying attention to how other people might actually feel, or the opinions of others too. So I kind of like got that message that maybe in your previous lifetime, okay, you weren't really listening. Maybe there were so many red flags already, but you decided not to listen. And there you go, until you got betrayed. For some of you guys, there's something about understanding the feelings of others. How that person would actually feel if the same thing was done to you. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, depression. What the freak? Exactly. That's why I said you lost your appetite for life. Because of whatever scenario you're resonating with, because you would feel it. Then in your previous lifetime, because you were living a life in deep regret, it's hard for you to move forward. It's hard for you to accept things as they are. You got yourself into a deep depression. Okay? Wow. I can't believe this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. You saw me shuffle and there's a lot of cards. There's 200 cards, alright, on this deck that I'm using. What are the freaking chances? It says here, needing to accept the things we can't change, changing the things we can, and recognizing the difference. Exactamundo. Because that's what we were just talking about earlier. It is what it is. No matter how much you wanted to redo and go back in time, like, I wish I could have done this. Because there's something about you missing out an opportunity. Alright? Whether it's the scenario of maybe somebody may have warned you about this person you really trusted. You ignored the opinion of others. But then, because you chose not to, eventually, alright, you found out the truth yourself. This person betrayed you. This person wasn't really loyal to you. Okay? And again, regardless of whatever scenario, the main point is, part of your past life lesson is to accept the things that you cannot change. Alright? And to just change the things that are still within our control. Man, I love this freaking reading. And even though I sound weird, because this is it's like I'm high. Weird. Gosh. I don't know why every time I do a past life reading, it's like I'm in a trance. Anyway. Oh yeah. Somebody actually did some self-sabotage here. Alright? Because of your sadness, because of your regret, somebody decided to sabotage themselves. Yeah. Right, you actually helped someone. Because that's really the lifetime that I picked up. Like, you were helping this person, you were so nice to this person, but this person also betrayed you at the very end. Man, yeah, thorns. There's something about betrayal, really. Anyway, all right, let's just pull up some past life cards for you guys. Can't believe this. This reading is really long, just like the first group and the second group. But I enjoy doing this. It's a good thing I'm not drained, because every time I do a past life reading, I'm drained. But what I notice is that right now, it's like, gosh, it's like my eyelids are so freaking heavy. But I'm not sleepy. Yeah, see? Forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive others. That's your lesson. No wonder you got that message, needing to accept the things we can't change, right? No matter how much you spend your time regretting, all right? I wish I shouldn't have, trusted that person. I wish, I could have done this for that person. Because there was, specific message around missed opportunity for someone out there, all right? Regardless, again, of whatever scenario you might be resonating with, there's really something around forgiveness. Because the true meaning of forgiveness is letting go, accepting things as they are. And by letting go, you allow yourself to move forward. It is what it is. Learn from it, all right? There's no point in going back, spending a lot of your time complaining, getting mad, holding on to some grudges or resentment. So again, forgive yourself and forgive others. And by forgiving others, meaning you just basically, let go of it and just move forward. And just like with this bird over here, all right? For me, this is talking about freedom with this dove, as well as peace. For you to achieve peace, you really needed to learn how to let go, all right? So you can finally be at peace. Wow. Trace. So yeah, I'm really picking up honestly with the trees. For me, I will read this as knowledge, right? You got another tree image over here with a bearing fruit, okay? But I'm actually carrying growth. The things that, you are experiencing, even in this lifetime, for every failures, it's just allowing you to grow, all right? But if you're also going to be, allowing yourself to be stuck in the past, you're not wanting, to learn from it, you're just spending all of your entire energy living in regret, living in resentment, anger, whatsoever, then you are hindering yourself from growing. So there's really a lesson around that, you guys. Yeah, because you are basically trapped. Man, I can't believe this. Because of you are really having a hard time moving on, you're really having a hard time accepting things as they are, you got yourself trapped. That's why I got the imprisonment card. No wonder you got the release card. Free yourself. And just like what I said, when I saw the images of the dove, freedom, okay? And then you got your phobias. Now, the phobias is going to be related to that specific scenario that I got from Spirit earlier. Somebody's afraid to love. Okay? Embrace fear with love, rather. Because I kind of like picked up that message that somebody got really hurt. Even on this present lifetime, you were hurt that you're not open to, to love again. You don't want to love again because you got really, really traumatized. All right. Plus, the phobias is still connected to betrayal. Maybe because of even in this present lifetime, you got betrayed by someone. It caused a lot of, negative impact in your life. So now you're scared. You're scared to trust again. Wow, I can't believe this. I so freaking love this reading. It's hard to choose a favorite, honestly, because all three groups, they have a very specific, scenarios or lessons, which I love, by the way. Anywho, let's just pull up a random message for you guys before we wrap things up. I can't believe this 49 minutes because I'm in a trance. It's like it's hard to snap out of it. To snap out of this trance. Man. Anyway, you got two messages here. It says, allow your imagination to drift beyond the horizon. Beyond time, there is a world of dreams without limits, full of magical ideas. A world just waiting for you. But this faraway world is not so far. It is inside your heart, and all it takes to get there is a dream. Okay, that's a message for someone out there. Another message is this: do not discount your imagination, for it has great power. Amazing things will unfold for you if you pay attention to your imagination. Respect and honor it, for just below the surface of this seemingly real world, there exists a dreamlike world full of imagination. What you imagine is not fiction. Very often, it can be the beginning of a wonderful new creation. Wow. So there you go. Some of you might actually resonate with this random message, but I certainly hope that you enjoyed this past life lesson, reading that we just did. Sorry it was so long because of when I actually do the reading, I get myself so immersed. Like, especially if it's a past life reading, it's hard for me to snap out of a trance. So I have to ground myself afterwards. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I'll see you again next week. Bye now.